Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the long range weather forecast discussion. Let me get here. This is for the period. This is for the period for February 15th to March 1st. Just hold on a second. I gotta check something here. Please feel free to email me if you need, if you want a question. I don't know if the chat is working. I've been having issues with that. So you can email me at jim.munley@outlook.com. Okay. All right. We're gonna go here to. We're gonna look at the period for March 15th, for February 15th to March 1st. This we're going to look at the period from March 15th to the 19th, and this is what we have here. Generally, a trough in the west, ridging in the east. This has been an area where winter has been non-existent almost. A lot of these areas are receiving below normal precipitation, below normal snowfall. So this is good news for them in many ways, for the skiers, and most importantly, their water supply. There'll be heavy snowfall and heavy precipitation moving into the west, and we'll look at that. We'll look at the various models. Here, this is the amount of rainfall that is moving into the west. This is the European. We can see we have close to 2 inches. This will be most likely snow in the Sierras, and we'll look at the other amounts. This will be in a couple of feet. This will be almost 3 feet of snow, depending on the snow ratio. But there'll be heavy snow here, which is good news. And then this will move in to parts of the Rockies. All right. I don't know what happened here. Hold on. Let me see something here. Hold on with me. Um, okay, if you want to email me at jim.munley@outlook.com. That is MUNLEY@outlook.com. I'll try to get to that, but I don't think the chat is working right now. But this will be the precipitation moving in. Now, next, we'll be looking at the system moving into the west here. You can see we have atmospheric river coming in. This will be snow, heavy snow here. The purples and the blues, heavy snow. Then next we have to watch a potential for a snowstorm along the east coast. Now, right now, the models are showing going out to sea, but there could be a secondary development. First one will be Sunday, the next one the next day on Monday. So we have to watch that. All right, we'll take a look at that. But in the meantime, this precipitation will be moving in across the south, and this will bring heavy rain and possible flash flooding. Earlier, I didn't think it was going to reach flash flooding guidance, but it may be that. It may happen. These are the precipitation amounts approaching 2 inches or more across this area. This is the GFS. Here's the European. A little less, a little over an inch though. Here's another area, 2 inches, about like 1 to 2 inches. And this will be falling over a 48-hour period. All right. Then as it gets to the north, there's a possibility. Now we'll look at that at the surface. Okay, right here. Now we'll go Friday, Saturday. Here's our system down here. We'll be watching that. And you can see here now this is the GFS. This keeps it further to the south going east. off the Carolina coast, maybe a little snow across South Jersey, not much. This is the GFS, the European. We'll look at the European ensembles. Here is the GFS AI further out offshore, and here is the European a little bit closer. This will be close. Now, they're all going further to the south over the last, earlier today, or the last several hours. Now, it seems like it's coming up more to the north. This has to be watched closely. We don't have extreme cold air, not what we have, but we have air cold enough for snow, just enough. And that's when, in this area, where the heaviest snowfalls occur, generally with temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. And this, because there'll be a lot of moisture, but we'll keep an eye on this because this is closer than it was earlier. All right, so we'll move on now. Now we're going to look at the period for February 20th to 24th. And this is what we have here. Now, this is a GFS, trough in the east, region here in the west. The European, the GFS ensembles, flatter flow, but trough, a little bit of a trough here further to the east. The European has a trough here, region, trough here over eastern Canada, but still is on a flow in the east. And then we look at the GFS, the European ensembles, more of a zone of flow also. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures here with anomalies up to 6 degrees. Below normal, above normal temperatures here with anomalies of 6 to 8 degrees. Above normal here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence 35%. Above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is 35%. Okay, we're going to look ahead at the period for February 25th to March 1st. Now this is a GFS, still trough ridge. You have a ridge starting to move into the west according to the GFS. The European says no, we're going to have a trough ridge, trough configuration. I think it'd be more leaning towards this. And then we look at the ensembles, more of, they keep depicting the zone of flow. So for this forecast period, I am calling for a little change in temperature anomalies, and for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for much of this area here. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. That is the long range weather forecast discussion, and that is for March 15th, I keep saying March, so I'm looking at March, the calendar, February 15th to March 1st. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry to be a little short, but I have a lot to do. So that's it for today, and have a good night.